What's up guys, LeftBurst here, and today we're gonna do a Beyblade battle between Valkyrie, the Valkyrie in shining armor, the new GT Valkyrie, Valkyrie Blitz Power, an amazing name with two amazing parts. The Blitz disc, oh my gosh, this thing's amazing, and the Power Driver, which acts just like the Nothing Driver. It's crazy. It's like an attack Nothing Driver. It's pretty epic. Anyway, we're gonna be pairing this new GT combo Beyblade against all of the Spriggan Beyblades to be released up to date, or maybe not all the Spriggan Beyblades, because I am actually missing the single layer Spriggan, just because my old single layer Spriggan, its teeth were really bad, and then I lost it, so I don't have that anymore. So we're not going to be doing the single layer, which doesn't really make a difference, because I'm sure a GT layer, like 3 generations above the single layer, is just totally going to destroy a single layer Spriggan, even if we did a battle with it. Anyway, let's just introduce all the Spriggans real quick. First off, we have the dual layer Spriggan, Storm Spriggan, Knuckle Unite, and oh my gosh, this Spriggan was the Spriggan that made me fall in love with them. This Spriggan is amazing. I just love the design of it. It just looks so clean, mixed with the Knuckle disc and the Unite driver. It's like a burgundy red, and then it has like the white rubber tip. It just looks so clean. It looks so nice. I really love this Beyblade. One of my favorite Beyblades in all of Beyblade Burst, in my opinion. It's just very fun to use, and the Unite driver is amazing. Alright, so next we have its God Evolution, or at least its first God Evolution, spoilers, but yeah, its first God Evolution, Legend Spriggan, and Legend Spriggan, unlike the nice, sleek Storm Spriggan before it, it's definitely a lot edgier. It has a lot more black on it, and it is a lot, like, again, a lot edgier, so it's gonna have a lot more smash attacks. It acts more like an attack type than all the other Spriggans, surprisingly. Like, I don't know why Legend Spriggan's a balance type. It's basically an attack type. Anyway, its combo is 7 merge being extremely attack type like driver. It's like if you put Unite on steroids. That's basically what merge is. And 7, again, one of the heaviest discs out there, or maybe not anymore. Now that GT released, GT's just been releasing like a bunch of heavy discs. Like you have like the Blitz disc on Valkyrie, and then you have that disc that released on the Ace Dragon, which is extremely heavy. I actually think that's like the heaviest disc to be released. Anyway, next up on the list we have probably everyone. I don't want to say everyone's favorite Spriggan because it's not my favorite Spriggan. I'm sure like a lot of people like Cho-Z Spriggan more, but this is what I would think the most iconic Spriggan would be. The Spriggan that Shu had that destroyed everyone's Beyblade, the main antagonist of the Beyblade Burst God series, and that would be Spriggan Requiem. Now, unlike all the other Spriggans, this Spriggan actually has rubber on it because it kind of stole the abilities of all like the other like main Beyblades at the time. It has metal, just like Excalibur. It's left spin, just like Longinus. It's I think it stole something from Valkyrie. No, it didn't steal anything from Valkyrie. It stole something from Fafnir. It stole the rubber from Fafnir, and it's able to still spin both left and right spin, and it's amazing. The combo on this Beyblade is, of course, Zero Zeta. Zeta being the driver that you can switch between, like, attack, stamina, and defense mode, although stamina mode is not really that great because it's a fusion driver, which is a balance driver. I don't know why they just didn't call it, like, attack, balance, and like defense mode, but well, whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyway, moving on to the last Spriggan. The last Spriggan is, of course, the newest Spriggan to be released. My favorite Spriggan, Cho-Z Spriggan Zero Wall Zeta. Now, Cho-Z Spriggan, just like the Spriggan before, Spriggan Requiem, it's left and right spin, except it kind of gives off that like rubber that it had on it for its new ability, the unburstable ability, making the Beyblade unburstable if you launch it hard enough, which is really cool. Its combo, of course, is Zero Wall, and Wall not being the best. And then finally it comes with the driver Zeta Dash, which is basically the same thing as regular Zeta, except it's harder to burst, which it doesn't really need because Spriggan is already really hard to burst, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's finally get to the battle. Okay, let's go in order. Let's start with let's start with dual layers and then make our way up to Cho-Z layers, and then maybe like I'm hoping that I'm gonna have to do like another video. This video will get old and I'll have to do another video when they make GT Spriggan, because I mean they haven't announced GT Spriggan yet, but I'm sure it's gonna happen. I really hope it's gonna happen. No way they're not gonna make GT Spriggan. If they're making like GT Valkyrie and GT Fafnir, they kind of have to make GT Spriggan. Anyway, again, let's start this battle off. Storm Spriggan, go. Storm Spriggan, 3, 2, 1. go, shoot. There is slash Valkyrie. Oh my god! And it sent Spriggan actually did so well. Good job, Spriggan. Spriggan used counter break and was actually able to defend against GT Valkyrie slash Valkyrie. I guess Spriggan's not as bad as we think he is. He's a pretty good Beyblade. Go, shoot. Go, shoot. Alright, there's the Beyblade, and it looks like slash Valkyrie is able to get the stadium mount on Spriggan. Let's do one more battle between these two, and then we'll move on to the other Spriggans. Okay, let's see who's gonna win this one. It looks like slash Valkyrie isn't gonna be able to get too many hits, but is that really gonna matter? Slash Valkyrie is like extremely heavy. I think slash Valkyrie is almost double the weight of Spriggan. Slash Valkyrie is basically two Spriggans, and it looks like, yup, that's gonna be the case. Slash Valkyrie is just gonna be able to boot Spriggan right out of the stadium. Let's move on to the next Spriggan, but surprisingly, Spriggan, he put up a pretty good fight. He got like a tie at the beginning, and that was a really cool battle. I was really hyped for that. Anyway, the next one we have, of course, Legend Spriggan. Do I think it's gonna do that well? I hope so. I mean, again, Legend Spriggan is a very attack-type Spriggan. It's probably the most attack-type Spriggan to ever be released. The other Spriggans, they were definitely like between attack and between like stamina and defense. Like, they were definitely really good balance types, but as you can see, Legend Spriggan is an insane attack-type balance type, if that makes sense. Attack-type balance type is kind of contradicting each other, but I feel like, again, Legend Spriggan is an attack type that was just named a balance type because all the other Spriggans were. Which, that's what Guardian Kirbyus should have been. Guardian Kirbyus is so weird and so wonky. All the other Kirbyuses were defense types, but when they made Guardian Kirbyus, they made it a stamina type for some reason. Like, I'm sure if you just put like a defense type driver on Guardian Kirbyus, you could have probably just called it a defense type. Like, Hirotomi probably could have done that, but they decided to release like Revolve with Guardian Kirbyus, and it was like so confusing. 3, 2, 1, go. Smash Valkyrie. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's. Okay. Well, there goes Legend Spriggan. Slash Valkyrie just destroying Legend Spriggan. Alright, let's switch Legend Spriggan to left spin mode. Some fun trivia. Legend Spriggan is actually the first Beyblade to be dual rotation. It's the first dual rotation Beyblade. I remember when it came out, it was really cool. Like, dual rotation, it was such a cool concept. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Okay, well, it looks like left spin's not gonna help. Valkyrie's just gonna be able to destroy Legend Spriggan. Also, some fun trivia is that when we heard that a Beyblade was gonna be dual spin, we first heard a Beyblade was gonna be dual spin. We didn't know which Beyblade it was, so a lot of people thought that Death Scyther Beyblade, the God version of Death Scyther, was going to be the first dual spin Beyblade, but they were definitely wrong because we got the lame gimmick Double Strike. I mean, Double Strike's amazing in the anime. In real life, it's not really that cool. Let me try to relaunch that one more time. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, there's both the Beyblades. Hopefully they're not going to around the stadium anymore. Anyway, so yeah, Double Strike. I have my Death Scyther right here. It's a really cool ability in the anime. Like, basically, I'm gonna wait till the battle's over to explain it, but it's amazing the way Daiga uses it in the anime. It's so cool. Alright, and it looks like the winner of this battle is going to be slash Valkyrie, just destroying Legend Spriggan. But it should destroy Legend Spriggan because it is like 2 generations above it. That's crazy to think about. That we're already 2 generations above the God Series base. The God Series base still seem really new. Anyway, let me explain Death Scyther's gimmick. So it has this little thing right here, this free spinning kind of piece of plastic, and in the anime, this is what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to hit the Beyblade, and then the piece of plastic's supposed to like go forward. So it hits the Beyblade, piece of plastic goes forward and does a double strike, and it's supposed to like make the Beyblade more powerful. In the anime, it's really cool. He does this in the Beyblade's burst. It's so amazing. And one time he even like hit the wall of the stadium and like shot right at the other person's Beyblade. It was so cool. Oh yeah, another time he like went flying in the air and then did a double strike right on top of the opponent's Beyblade. It is so cool in the anime, but sadly in real life, all this thing does is like move back and forth. It's so sad. It's so disappointing. Let's try the next Spriggan on the list. We have Senor Spriggan, aka Spriggan Requiem. I'm gonna put Spriggan Requiem on right spin mode and on defense mode, and if it can't beat slash Valkyrie, then we'll switch to left spin mode and we'll do some funky stuff. All right? Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Senor Spriggan, 3, 2, 1, go shoot. There is slash Valkyrie. Let's see if some Oh! Oh my goodness. See, these new GT Beyblades, they're so heavy. They are extremely heavy, but surprisingly, they're very heavy. But I will say, I think the Cho-Z Beyblades, at least right now, are still pretty good compared to the GT Beyblades. Like, there's not this huge power gap. Like, remember, and like Metal Fight, you remember those Metal Fight Beyblades? If you guys don't remember the Metal Fight Beyblades, let me try to find mine. I don't know if I have them.
A few inches later.
Cool, I found them, I'm back. Anyway, so yeah, this is what the Metal Fight Bays looked like before the 4D system. There was a lot, don't get me wrong, compared to the Burst Bays, there was a lot of metal, but for the time, this isn't that much metal. There's actually not that much metal in these Metal Fight Bays, but when they made the 4D system, let me just show you some 4D system Beyblades. Look at these Beyblades. There's so much metal on them. There's a crazy amount of metal on them. They are extremely heavy, at least a lot of metal compared to these guys. So when they released the 4D Beyblades in the Metal Fight series, there was a huge power gap between the Beyblades before the 4D system versus the Beyblades during the 4D system. And I remember when they released, what was it called? Shogun Steel. It was an even bigger power gap because there was like 2 metal wheels you could put together, which was crazy. Luckily, in Burst, when they made the GT Beyblades, they're not that much better than the Cho-Z Beyblades. At least for now, they're not that much better. I'm not sure about GT in the future. You never know, maybe GT in the future. How cool would it be if it's like the weight disc in the middle of the layer, it kind of goes outside the layer and it's like makes contact, like metal makes contact? That'd be kind of cool. But again, that'd be kind of OP, so I don't really see them doing this. I see them just kind of staying to this GT design, at least for most of the series. Maybe towards the end of the series, the main bad guy is gonna have like the bottom part of the layer. You know how the GT system is like customizable? Let me just take it out right here. What if this part of the layer, like towards the end of the GT series, the main bad guy, his whole entire layer, instead of it being plastic, it's metal? No, that'd be so funny. Imagine if they made like some comedy skit out of it. The main bad guy was like, wait a second, why is everyone using plastic parts when we can just make a metal and it's so much better? And everyone's like, huh, I never really thought about that. So the main bad guy makes that and he like destroys everyone. That'd be so amazing. Let's get the next battle started. I'm gonna switch it from defense type mode like we used last time to stamina mode, aka fusion mode, aka it should be called balance mode. Oh, I forgot to put this guy together.
Okay.
Shoot. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot. Alright, let's see. And Valkyrie's just going around Spriggan, but that's okay because it is a lot heavier, so maybe that's its strategy. It makes Spriggan kind of run out of stamina and then go in for the finishing attacks. Or maybe not, maybe Valkyrie's just gonna lose, I don't know. Okay, and the winner of this battle is going to be, look how big Valkyrie is. Valkyrie is humongous. The winner is actually going to be Spriggan. That's actually surprising. Let's move on to the Quake Driver mode, the attack mode, see how that does against Valkyrie. Shoot. 3, 2, 1, shoot. Both Beyblades are in the stadium. Okay, no contact so far. It's funny, Spriggan's actually faster than Valkyrie on attack mode. I think the reason Spriggan Requiem might be faster than Valkyrie is just because Valkyrie is very heavy, so I feel like that kind of counts for speed and stuff. Anyway, Spriggan Requiem was actually able to defeat Valkyrie that time too. So again, like I was saying, the GT Beyblades are not like that much overpowering compared to the God series and the Cho-Z series Bays. And I mean, granted, Spriggan Requiem is debatably the best God series Bay to be released. Actually, not debatably, it is the most OP God series Bay to be released. It is crazy. It's really good for attack, it's really good for stamina, it's really good defense. It's dual rotation. There's literally like no flaws with this layer. I don't see any flaws with this layer. This layer was really good back in the day, and it should have got banned. I'm not gonna lie. It's an extremely good layer. The only flaws I see is that it's really good with all types, but it's not like amazing with all types. For instance, there's like layers, stamina layers that have like slightly more stamina than it. Not saying that this layer doesn't have a lot of stamina. This layer does have a lot of stamina, but there are layers that had more stamina, and there are layers that have more recoil. There are layers that have better defense. It's just this one was all around really good, and it was good for any combos. It was amazing. So I'm gonna switch it to left spin mode, and we're gonna put it on defense mode just to see how spin steel will work work on this Beyblade and see if Slash Valkyrie can beat Spriggan Requiem in left spin mode while stealing spin, you know? Dude, there is Spriggan Requiem. 3, 2, 1, shoot. And there is Slash Valkyrie. Alright, let's see how Slash Valkyrie does against left spin Spriggan. And it looks like it is able to defeat left spin Spriggan. We're gonna try that one more time, except I am going to launch it with my hand, not launch it. We're gonna hand spin this, alright? Dude, I haven't like done a hand spin, so
You suck!
okay, well that didn't work. Valkyrie just totally destroyed Spriggan. Okay, moving on to the final Spriggan. We have the latest Spriggan, Cho-Z Spriggan 0 Wall Zeta Dash. That name is really long. Actually, now that I think of it, I think the GT Beyblade names are even longer. I think like, because you have to like count the weight disc in the layer now, so it'd be like, I forget what the weight disc was called for Slash Valkyrie, but for instance, it'd be like Slash Valkyrie, Blitz Power, and then the name of the weight disc. I need to know the names of the weight discs at this point. Like, it's kind of stupid. I haven't learned it yet. Well, I'm gonna put Spriggan on defense mode and right spin mode, at least to start the battle off. Ready, 3, 2, 1, shoot. Cho-Z Spriggan, 3, 2, 1, go. Slash Valkyrie. Alright, let's see who's going to win this battle. Now, against all the other Spriggans, Slash Valkyrie seem like a lot bigger than them. But against Cho-Z Spriggan, it seems like a good match because they're both around the same size. They're both humongous Beyblades. Alright, let's see who's going to win, and the winner is going to be Slash Valkyrie. So, another thing I don't like about the GT series Beyblades, like, don't get me wrong, I really like the GT series Beyblades. I like how they're so customizable, but a concern I have for them is I feel like they're, the developers or, like, the people who actually make the Beyblades, people who, like, make the Beyblade designs, they're not gonna be able to incorporate as many gimmicks as they did with the Cho-Z Beyblades or the God series Beyblades, because they're gonna have to abide by this new layer system. I think the developers noticed that, and the reason the discs have like gimmicks now is because they were like, well, we can't do gimmicks with the layer, at least not as much as we could before, so let's do a lot more gimmicks with the discs. And like, I'm totally down for that. Disc gimmicks are so cool. Like Bush and Ashura and the Hurricane disc. Oh my god. Wait, I have the Hurricane disc right here. Okay, Bush and Ashura and the Hurricane disc. Look at this. It's a free spin disc. It is like wowzers. Why did I say wowzers? That's so stupid. Go. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, thinking of some disc abilities. What disc abilities could there be? Okay, oh, Spriggan was able to burst Cho-Z, or not Cho-Z, Valkyrie, Slash Valkyrie. Imagine a disc that's like the Cycle Driver, where it's like, it's kind of like the Hurricane disc, except it's lower to the ground. Like, for instance, imagine if the Hurricane disc, instead of being like right here, it's kind of like towards the bottom of the disc, so like when the Beyblade tilts over, like the disc will catch it, the free spinning part of the disc will catch it, and it'll be able to put it back up. Will it be that great? I don't think that the disc like the Cycle Driver will be that great, but will it be cool? I think it'd make a pretty cool disc. I'm gonna put Cho-Z Spriggan on attack mode, and I'm gonna switch it to left spin mode. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, there's Beyblades, and it looks like Slash Valkyrie was able to defeat Spriggan right there. Anyway, overall, I feel like Slash Valkyrie against most of the Spriggans, it did pretty well, but it didn't do amazing. Like, for a Beyblade that's like a few generations above Beyblades like Spriggan Requiem, it didn't do amazing against Spriggan Requiem, but it did pretty well against Cho-Z Spriggan. Anyway, so yeah, tell me in the comments which one you like more, discussion videos, battle videos, and please don't tell me that you like both of them. I mean, you can tell me that, but it's not going to be helpful to what I'm looking for, because I want to know what you guys want me to upload, Anyway, so, yeah, see you guys later, have a nice day, please leave a like because it helps my self-esteem, don't leave a dislike because it lowers my self-esteem, or you could leave a dislike and lower my self-esteem, I don't really care, so see you guys later, LeftBurst out.